I'm with a company called Globallee. We're in a pre-startup mode, getting the facility built up. I know startup sounds scary to people. A lot of people are flocking to these big older companies, New Skins and Melaleucas, for the security of it. However, I can tell you and reassure you that I've been in a startup before. I've been in number 33 and take a company to almost $500 million and had a residual check for over a decade. It was a great experience. We scaled it correctly, and you can do a company right. So in my retirement, and I wouldn't say retired, I still was working in consulting, but I'm in a financial position where I don't need to build anymore. I love the industry. I've come to grips with some relationships I've built that they are looking for a home as well. Mark McKnight's the founder owner. There's 3 owners that are supplying the revenue. All 3 owners which don't need this as a revenue stream to be successful or be done with their life goals as well as far as income is concerned. So they've all come together and have known each other for many years, but they've all come together with the concept and idea that let's save the industry like we can save the holistic market of food supply. So Mark is let me start with him and why he was my first conversation. It was supposed to be 20 minutes. It lasted hours, which encouraged me to fly out to Southern California, meet the rest of the crew, help with the comp plan design, final tweaks there. And after that, I was about 80% committed. Came back to my wife, told her, I think we found it, but let's pray about it. Let's do that. We did our due diligence on our side and talked to the family. I got 6 kids, made a pact with the kids saying, if dad does this, he's going to be gone for the next 90 days as we build this thing out. Then I went back to Texas, flew some of my leaders in, had them evaluate. Now I'm 90% done because they were all in. And Chris Prey is another one of the founding the first 5 of corporate that are there. Chris comes from Amazon. He was the chief controller of a subsidiary of Amazon for the last 10 years. Systems, professionalism, processes, best practices. He's bringing a lot to the table, and the expectations he's setting for us as distributors are the best. He said what made Amazon so successful is customer obsession, not the customer's always right. Right? He said the customer's wrong a lot of the times, but it doesn't matter. What we need to do is obsess about that customer so they don't leave and they use us again. He goes, that's what we're going to do here at Globallee. We consider you guys, the distributors, our obsession. And when I heard that, I was like, wow, this is coming from the chief financial officer. He's the one cutting the checks and spending the monies. He's making sure the budgets are there to obsess about us. And I've been in companies where they thought that the distributor was a subordinate, an employee, a nothing, and the owners had these egos that you don't know what you're doing. And I've owned companies bigger than they've ever owned. So it was hard for me to love the industry. I got involved in that first startup, which was wonderful. It was a great experience. The next 2 rides up to the top of the company weren't so much. It was real easy for me to leave them, whether there was a check or not, because of the integrity of what they were doing. And I thought I made good decisions, but I didn't probe deep enough and didn't look hard enough at the culture as much as I looked at the profits and losses. I was business. So this time around, I really looked for culture. I looked for things that can't be taught in business world, things that should have been taught in the home when they were kids. I'm looking for the people that were taught right from their parents, and I found them. These guys are amazing. They're genuine individuals. I think if you are a good person and you want the unicorn and the legacy company that doesn't exist, then I think you're in the right spot. Mark has designed products for 20 plus, almost 30 years, and not just for the network marketing space, but for the food and supplement space, from Kellogg's, Post, General Mills, Purina, GNC, High Health, CVS Pharmacy, to the network marketing space, and 71 different network marketing companies. His products are in the top 5 of sold, flagship products in these companies. And so he sold that company 3 years ago. And the reason he did is because the decline in the health and wellness integrity. When he first started getting into Whole Foods, the thing that he noticed was it's like a tribe and everybody bonded together. The word organic didn't exist because everything was organic. That was the whole purpose of health foods. and they all bonded together and blew, an industry brand together. And then all of a sudden the commerce comes in and starts whittling down cost of these expensive, naturally grown substrates. And then it whittled into the network marketing space. That's why network marketing came out with products, because they boasted to be the best products, better than retail. And then they go and get their bean counters to come in and say, don't worry about the ingredients, just make it taste good. And he got to the point where he just couldn't stand there anymore. And he sold, retired, kind of had a consulting contract for 3 years, which expired in October. One of the guys that's the investor and owner, chairman of the board guy, his name is Nader Kazan. Nader's been opening countries up and has been facilitating the systems in multiple countries in shipping, fulfillment, as well as, registering products efficiently. And so companies like, big companies would go to Nader and say, can your firm do, Asia, Pacific Rim, register our product, get it done. He said, we will do it. And he was smart enough to negotiate a residual check off the volume in the countries. So he's getting, basically 17 companies in 51 countries, residual check. So Nader's doing very well too. He's got a whole nother side business. He's supplying health, nutritional products to third world countries, because he realized the malnourishment going on in Africa and around the world. Very, very solid, good people. Lamia is another owner. She's another founder. Her crazy story is she came from an oppressed, tariffed, sanctioned country, wouldn't allow money to come in and out, Middle Eastern country right at the tip of Africa. Probably the biggest rags to riches story I've ever heard. In 18 months, she went from absolutely not even having a credit card or passport to being the top earner in the network marketing space in 2015 at $15 million, which she then invested into cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and made a ton of money from 15 to 18. So she's sitting in Dubai very comfortably, and she's one of our founders. I share these things intimately with you guys because this video is not for the masses. I'm trying to give you guys an idea of something that triggered me to investigate this further. These guys are solid people, and all three of them don't need this. They want it, and that makes a whole different shift in the behaviors that are created, the comp plan, the products, and of course, everything that's going on there. The fifth person in this trifecta, which used to be a trifecta, the fifth guy that brought to the table was my buddy, Kirby Zinger. He's kind of the glue that brings everybody together, including the field and the team to the field. So he's merged Franklin and Covey together. He helped the Palm Pilot, merge up into the Salesforce marketplace. He has owned soft tissue labs in the scientific background space. He's helped major companies like Nu Skin. He was the CEO of Synergy, LifeVantage. He was over there. He was the chief officer there. He's done some amazing things with there are so many companies that he's helped scale up from nothing to everything. I think it's a great fit for us here. But the most important thing is he's got integrity, and he's got a wit about him when it comes to culture. This company is making product from start to finish. It's the only company out there doing it. And what I mean by that is we grow it, we harvest it, we package it, we extract it, we mix it, we blend it, we engineer it, we put it in the packaging, and we send it out. When I told Mark, I said, this is beautiful. I mean, this is going to keep us from having to pay third parties. The fact that the owners, the fulfillment centers are already in place. We're going to flat rate ship around the world for $9. That's never been done before. If you guys work in Europe, you know what that's about. So I'm excited that these guys have a vision to genuinely take this company to a unicorn level, or the best level. Our first product that we came out with is called Taka. Don't think Taka is a root or some special fruit from Fiji, okay? It is a name that in Arabic means pure energy. It's just simply that. So Taka is 21 natural ingredients. The thing that Mark did that was interesting to me is when I challenged him on the profit margins that we can make when we produce and create and grow and fabricate our own products. He said, yeah, you can look at it as a profit center, or you can look at it as a profit margin that we can implement more active ingredients in one product. And so the consumer will have a better experience. Instead of having 1 gram of active ingredients, you can have 38% of the whole thing active ingredients. We're not going to do things just so we can put an ingredient on the label. That impressed me a lot, because that made me feel that, okay, if we really have emotional experiences with these products, we're going to have retention. And you guys know retention's everything. I mean, if you can hold people in 3 more months than they did before, I mean, that's 3 more months of recruiting that sticks to the back office. The longer we keep people, the more experience they're going to have, the more emotions are going to be attached to that product. So this product, Taka, is basically, we have an FDA stated or FDA approved study performed on a clinical trial, so human being trial, and it showed a reduction immediately 45 minutes after taking the product, and of course systematically scaling down over a 30-day period of reduction of inflammation in the cardiovascular system. Okay. Yes, we will be able to use these tests. Yes, we will be able to tout it. Yes, we will be able to refer people to the third-party study that's done. This is how I built my last very successful product company, and I will do it all in science, on proof. We don't have to, and it won't be done in a method that wants to create and instill in your new distributors, oh, I have to get this test done to believe. No, no, no. We're doing it to validate and strong arm our competition to realize we've got something better than anybody else. It's not a Me Too product. It's just simply better. The next product we have that is just arriving with, there's a licensing agreement that we were able to purchase off a patent of a precursor that creates HGH in the body. And it's a very serious supplement. I'm just letting you know right now. That's exciting. It increases the HGH levels in the body 143%. And yes, that's another study that we'll be able to implement. This product was actually created for GNC. They didn't want to pay the price for the active ingredients. They wanted to whittle it down. Therefore, it takes the strategy behind it away. And Mark said, forget it. So let me tell you something, guys. We have 2 products that we're launching with. There's 47 in the mix. When I had these huge leaders in the conference room, and they're all touting how great their products were, it was interesting to see how many of those products Mark made, and he knows what the ingredients are and how a lack of integrity they are. And these people thought they were the best products in their market space. So let me just reassure you, we're not going to stomp on anybody's hearts. We're not going to lose anybody's checks. You can keep your check, come over here. Just don't cross recruit. Leave your people there. Let's help build you from scratch over here. But like I said, there were 3 master distributors that actually came to me, not with the plague of the emotion of how awesome the meeting went for them. Obviously that went so well that they were actually with conflict, saying, how am I going to go home and tell the owner that, my relationship of 5 years is over and I can't take your team, but I got to leave. We got some amazing things happening. Comp plan is $55. So think about it this way. Our API automates when the company collects in a block of $1,000, $1,000 is then divided up. So the system automates the division of that $1,000 into 4 accounts. 55% or $550 goes into the commission account, which is not to build company, it's to pay distributors. That's right, we did $55. Now, I'm not going to tell you 55%, okay, because here's my point. There's a lot of companies out there touting 50% of every dollar goes, or 50% goes in the comp plan, but it's always a percentage of a percentage. Guys, I'm telling you, before it even becomes a comp plan, that $550 of $1,000 is placed into an account for us to be paid from. Lamia was a definite binary woman, and Nader was definitely a unilevel guy. I'm a unilevel guy. I like residual checks. I don't like, upfront loaded checks. That's been my experience in the binary space. So what we did is we created a hybrid. It's not even a hybrid, because some people have a binary that's a hybrid that starts to break out in 3rd leg and 4th leg. It's not that at all. So as you do one on your left, one on your right, our first 4 ranks of the company are rank advanced through structure. So there's no gaming, and the volume has to be created in a fast-growing organization, 3 months consecutive. In a slow-growing residual, it only takes 1 month. So they've literally split the recruiting volume from the residual volume, and the recruiting volume goes into a binary type structure, but in reality, it's a coded bonus through 2 legs. So it's a coded bonus infinitely deep based on your rank and your structure, what percentage you qualify from 20% down to 15 to 10. The balance doesn't need to be there because it's already going to be there before you rank advance, because you want to get everybody that 20% bonus. We figured it out, guys. We figured it out. There's nothing wrong with binary because it creates amazing volume and momentum, especially at the beginning, and you're putting people left to right, helping do the same, and you're building boom, down this way, and you're supporting your team. But the irony is, here's what happens. You're personally recruited will then switch over into your unilevel. They'll be frontline to you the following month in a residual unilevel plan that's dynamically compressed. There's a unity bonus, which is a profit share bonus at the end of the comp plan. There's matching. We've done 8 different bonuses. We've heard all the top leaders tell us what they need and what they want. When they come here, they're like, yes, this is it. It caps out at the front end, but those 2 bonuses cap out at $45,000 a week. We have daily payouts, weekly payouts to keep the momentum going, and we have monthly rate advancements and monthly payouts on the unilevel. So, guys, we've done it. We figured it out when we submitted all this coding, which took 3 months for the back office to figure out. They literally said, 27 years, we've never seen a company with this kind of comp plan where it's actually balanced on the front, the middle, and the end. My team alone, for example, I've already paid for 10 of my leaders to be recognized on MSNBC, Yahoo Finance. We're going to do things on a media level that's never been done in network marketing. I tried this in my first company where my relationships with the Ellen Show and Jonathan, I was passing product through the metal detector, and they froze me at the very end saying, you can't do that as a distributor. I already got these guys committed to do the social media blitz that I want to do on another scale, great for the AMPs and the Eric Worreys and all the people that are in the industry making money off us. But I'm a firm believer that we can take this to a real level, a global scale level that everybody's accustomed to seeing outside the industry. The doctors, we have one of the doctors on that show in our organization. His name is Fabrizio Mancini. He's like the Dr. Oz of Latin America. We've got NFL football players joining, national speakers. These guys are not getting paid. We won't pay anybody. We're not paying contracts, no insertions. We want to have the CEO stand on the stage 2 years from now and say, we're still a clean company. We still have a very strong culture. And we're going to do things, it's clean, pure products, pure ingredients. And that's when the cardiologist did that study on Taka, all 4 of them signed up. And in fact, they said, we've never seen a product with such pure ingredients. And he says, make sure you say pure. All the doctors are like, we see ingredients all the time. We've never seen pure ingredients like this. So recognize that, guys. This is basically a very high level overview. I get excited about the details. Hopefully it's enough to pique your interest to get involved and at least invest some more time on a private Zoom. Like I said, just keep this between us. But if you get in now, shoot, we did. All right, one more thing. We kind of, tried to run the algorithms on this comp plan and phase it out, try to break it. We tried to break the comp plan. And it was like $1.8 million a month in about 2 years. That's crazy. That's crazy money, but because of the retention that we predict and the margins that we have, there's a lot we could talk about. So hopefully this is enough, and not trying to make it too long, but I wanted to give you enough information to make an educated decision, and hopefully we can entice you or encourage you to come over and at least look at Globallee for a long-term play and something that resonates with your heart, your soul first, your mind. We can do what's right. We don't need to police people because we're going to self-govern from within. We're all just going to make right decisions. So appreciate it. I know it kind of touts a peace, love, and hippie beats vibe, but I believe there's enough good people in the world, and I think we can all be the good of that. So take care, guys. Hope this was helpful.